Hi, beautiful people, beautiful souls. Welcome. My name is Tina, and I just want to tell you a little bit about myself and my mission um, so I can get going on it because the universe is like divine timing. Anyway, um, up until about a couple months ago, my career was a clinical social worker. That was a path that I had been on since I was I got my bachelor's degree in social work. I got my master's degree in social work. I did school social work for a long time. And then I went back and got my licensed clinical social work, LCSW, which really opened up a lot of doors for me clinically. But something was just not totally aligned, basically. And I got to a point where I finally listened to my intuition, which was telling me that you just need to take a leave of absence and figure some shit out right now. And so that's exactly what I did. And that time period of just stillness, of sitting, and following my intuition and following my earth angels that I feel are here guiding me as well, and being in touch with my spirit team, I realized that I was just out of alignment. Like, yeah, I'm helping people, but I'm not meant to be doing it in this way any longer. And that was a hard pill to swallow, let me tell you, because, I still have $60,000 in student loans for this education that now, suddenly I'm not using, but I am going to be using it. So that's not true. I'm just going to be using it in a different capacity, in a capacity that I feel is going to be much more effective and much more helpful in the healing of our spirits. So, in social work, I was not able to share my story. I mean, I did, but we're really cautioned about self disclosure and make sure you're just, doing it here and there and a little bit. But I find for me that, like, I don't want to be held up on this pedestal of like somehow I'm better than you, because I'm not, right? We're all equal with all different types of gifts and talents. And my story and how I've gotten to this place so far in my life is very relevant to, I think, a lot of you. And I know a lot of you have gone through a lot of things as well and can relate. So that was always one thing that didn't really sit right with me. It took kind of the humanness out of my therapeutic relationships with my clients. I kind of felt like, not that I was like holding any secrets or anything, but I had, I felt some wisdom that I had acquired throughout my life. But they really encourage just evidence based theory, evidence based. It's so important to do everything evidence based. And I just never fit in with that. Like, even the modalities that I could use didn't always sit right with me or make sense to me either. Like cognitive behavioral therapy, okay, like, yeah, that's a really great concept and all, but there's some missing pieces for a lot of things. But anyway, I yeah, so I was just kind of like finding out where I needed to go. And my spirit guide said, this is it. This is my path now. I have started a coaching program, a mentoring coaching program, which I'm still going to continue. But my actual title that is in my logo for my business is Spiritual Awakening Guide. And I chose that because that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help people who are ready and willing and able to advance down their spiritual path, their spiritual journey. Mine started when I was about, I don't know, 19, I would say, is when I hit my rock bottom. And I think that's why I'm in this position of doing this, because even though I had a lot of trauma, a lot of betrayal, a lot of just pain and suffering throughout my life. I've always been able to feel my feelings and move through them, but eventually I came out on the other side of it with a lesson learned and a lesson appreciated, which can sound crazy when you think about it. And it certainly didn't happen right away. But I've always been able to reconnect with my higher spirit to help me in times of need, basically, and to help me grow from what life was throwing at me. So I do believe that we can do that in life, as hard as it is. And it is definitely worth it if we can alchemize our pain and turn our pain into medicine. And that is an important piece of what I am going to be teaching. I really don't know what to call it. I guess spiritual teaching or just guidance. I don't know. I do need to make money, obviously, somehow. So I'm hoping, I'm trusting the universe and trusting that things are going to unfold the way that they are meant to unfold. But I do plan on having a course or some type of experience to go through that's going to be very systematic in being able to start at the very beginning of when we first are born and when our cocoon starts being built. That is our ego and in our comfort and things like that, and then move through so that we can get out of our comfort zone, get out of that cocoon, dissolve the caterpillar, and then eventually be able to be the butterfly that we were always meant to be. We just never knew. I don't know about you, but I've struggled my whole life with the inner critic. Very critical, very perfectionistic. Nothing was ever good enough. I never felt good enough. And no matter what I did. And so we are sometimes our worst enemies. I mean, I know I was for the longest time. And it sounds so easy to just be like, stop, like, just shut up, right? Like, shut the fuck up, brain. But it's not that easy. If it was, we would not be in the amount of suffering that we are in. So if you are in a space that you do not like and you do not want to stay in, if you're feeling lost or stuck, or maybe stuck in your own thoughts, negative thoughts, life patterns, whatever, stay tuned because I'm going to be using my story as a way to go through those three phases that I mentioned, kind of like be the example, I guess. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this journey. I'm feeling much more comfortable, thank God, because if you've watched any of my other videos, they're pretty, I was extremely terrified and not happy at all doing them, but I'm definitely feeling much more comfortable. So those were kind of like my warm-ups. If you have read my letter to the world or have listened to any of my videos on Instagram, I apologize for the music on no, not Instagram, TikTok. I'm new to all this. You guys are going to be laughing and making fun of me. I know, but that's okay. I posted some videos in TikTok, and unbeknownst to me, it like had music playing in the beginning. So most of the videos you can kind of fast forward to a certain point and you can actually hear me better. But I do apologize for that. I can't do anything about it other than delete them. And I've been toying with that idea, just taking them down. But at the same time, I'm just like, it's there and it's there for a reason. So if you have the patience to deal with that, please feel free. It's really just me explaining kind of my mission and my hope. And I had written an article titled A Letter to the World. And so I was kind of like reading that letter and then explaining it and things like that. So if you haven't read that letter, it's published on Medium. Again, I'm not a writer. Thank God for Grammarly because I've always been not a very great writer, but you know, avenues are opening and I'm just going with it and seeing what happens, and maybe one day I'll write a book, who knows. Endless possibilities is what I'm feeling right now, and I want you guys to feel the same way in your life, to reach your true fullest potential that you are able to do, because I know I was not. I was staying very small. I was very stuck. I loved what I was doing, but yeah, it just wasn't enough. So, if you're interested, and that's why I'm guessing you might want to go over to my Facebook group. It's called Collective Consciousness. I'll figure out how to put it into the link or description. I'm trying to build a community. There are a lot of communities out there, so many of them. I mean, we're all coming together, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life. In my community, I kind of want to be able to be a guide and maybe answer questions, do calls. I don't know exactly everything yet. And that unknowing is, it had been very, very uncomfortable for a long time, but I've gotten to a point of acceptance and trust in myself and my higher spirit and my spirit team and source, knowing that whatever is going to happen is going to happen, and I trust the unfolding of this process. But I do invite you to join me. So head on over to my group, and we'll see you there, hopefully. All right, guys, and enjoy your ride.